Hey YouTube, this is Rolando, and today I want to go over with you guys my favorite exercise when I'm learning a new song on the guitar. Now keep in mind, I'm not the best guitarist out there. I've only been playing for maybe about 10, 11 months now, um, and I don't have a teacher, so I do have to rely on outside sources like Justinguitar or Rocksmith to make sure that I get my daily practice in. Um, And so, that being said, I have found myself relying on one particular exercise whenever I'm trying to learn a brand new song on YouTube from either Marty Guitar or 365 Guitar Songs, right? And it's a very, very simple trick, but it's super effective in getting chord changes down, which is probably going to be one of the biggest hurdles. At least it was for me when I was learning. Chord changes are pretty straightforward, right? All you're doing is going from one chord to the next. In this case, I'm going from an E major chord to an A minor chord. Pretty simple, right? Um, where the trick comes in is you want to do what's called 1 minute chord changes. Now I got this from Justinguitar. It's pretty straightforward. Um, what you're going to be doing is, and here I'll have a close-up of the chord changes of my left hand here, but essentially you're going to strum the first chord, and then you're going to strum the second chord, right? And you just want to do that as fast as you can, right? Uh, while basically racing against the clock. So your goal here is essentially to always try and break new records. So if your goal here is to master the E major chord and the A minor chord, you want to do that as fast as possible. You're going to note down how many you're able to do within that minute. When I first started, I really only got maybe 30 to 40 changes within that 1 minute. Um, so don't be upset if you're not gonna be getting super high numbers. You're really aiming for that 60 mark. So that's one change per second, right? Is what that averages out to. So one change would be one, right? And then you switch over and that's one, two. So it's every strum counts as one. Now, how I use this when I learn new songs is if I'm trying to learn a new song that I saw on Marty Guitar or on 365 Guitar, I will watch the video and I will note down every single chord that gets played. A great tool to kind of make this a little bit easier as well is using Ultimate Guitar, right? You search up uh, whatever song followed by chords on Google. Ultimate Guitar should be one of the top three, if not all top three options, and just go ahead and pick one, watch the video, compare it, and essentially you're just going to be noting down all the chord changes, right? So what you'll notice as well is that you're not going to have to essentially double up on a lot of these things, right? Because sometimes you'll have changes like C to a G back to a C. You would only practice C to G1 as that one change. Once you're pairing up these chord changes and seeing what you need to practice, it's not as daunting as it sounds. Um, Now, best example of a song that I used to learn this when I was first starting out is I learned how to play Closing Time by Sonic. The chords for that song were just four chords: G, D, A minor, C. Right? Pretty straightforward. So I would essentially be practicing the G to D chord changes, the D to A minor chord changes, the A minor to C chord changes, and then the C to G. And that's essentially how I learned how to play that song. It's not the smoothest thing out there, but it sounds a lot like the song. I felt pretty comfortable playing with it, and it was really thanks to that because you're just getting that muscle memory. Again, the biggest thing when learning chords, at least in my opinion, is getting those chord changes and getting that muscle memory down. I'm obviously not the best player, but it's something that was recommended by Justinguitar and by a couple of other YouTubers, so you know that it's a good choice to do and to focus on. And this is kind of part of my daily routine. So you'll find that as you get better and you start to learn more songs, these chord changes start appearing more and more. You don't have to practice them as much, and then you can focus on the ones that you're essentially pretty bad at, right? The F major chord is I mean, if you heard that, is still pretty rough for me, right? So that's one of the ones that whenever I try and learn a song that has the F major chord, I always end up focusing on that because bar chords are still not my strongest suit. That being said, this is not all I do to learn a song, right? I do a couple of other exercises to get better. This is just one of the things that I incorporate into my own training. So I hope this video was helpful for you guys. If you want to see more content like this, please like, comment, and subscribe. That way I know that this was helpful. And, let me know if there's anything else that maybe I missed in this video. Or if there's another exercise that you guys like to use when learning a new song.